Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching. This is Going Tokyo coming at you with some more Dead Cells, baby. Yeah, I mean it's definitely Dead Cells. There's no question about that. I'm gonna get to the freaking do the thing with the channel and the mod, the stuff. It's gotta be done, okay? Just give me a hot second. Because I'm fucking hot. That's not true. It is summer, so it is hot girl summer in that we are hot. But not like that kind of hot. But, we should try to build ourselves up, right? We should try to say nice things about ourselves, even if we don't necessarily believe that they are true. Provided that they're not, harmful in some way. Like, I shouldn't say I'm a great doctor, even though that would be a nice thing to say about myself. I have no training to be a doctor, and then people might get, where are we? What, did we just fucking stop in the middle of a run? What the fuck is this? Oh good, that's great. Oh, we've got a tombstone though. What do you want in your tombstone? I wanna hit a motherfucker. We got bleed, we got tombstone. Okay, we're gonna figure this out, right? It's not unfigureoutable. Boof! Damn! Tombstones everywhere! Oh shit, you are elite. Now I'm gonna have to slap you like a dog. You don't slap dogs. Like, who does that? Nobody does that. I'll think, yeah, that's fine, right? It's only worth one anyways. Oh, what are you? No? No, gonna go with no. I think inflicting damage on enemies when we take damage is pretty nifty. And I would like to continue doing that thing. I think you should be able to to break open the tombstones to get friendly zombies. Or unfriendly zombies, just like zombies. Basically, all the zombies. All you zombies? Something like that. Where the fuck are we going? I don't even know. Ooh. I should remember that that's a thing that exists, because that was nifty. And I liked it. How could you not love Val Kilmer and Tombstone? You would have to be, you'd have to be made of stone. Oh good, there's still music. There's still sound. It's not actually music, but Corrupted Prison? Fuck yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Well, we didn't get that, clearly. We got nothing. If we die with lots of cells, I'll get a trophy. I don't know why I said it like that. I'll get a trophy. Fuck yeah. I like Evil Eye. Evil Eye is pretty nifty. And we might as well go Necromancy, because, we got green. We're building up green because green. I know that we started with red, but, yeah, we got Tombstone. You gotta. I should probably not be having a cigarette whilst I'm doing this, but, I don't like fucking with the cursed treasure chest because I die. And that's not good. You don't want to die. Boof! I think that you should be able to get a mod to make the tombstone go poof. I bet you can on the Lappy. And by Lappy, I just mean on a PC. This doesn't have to be a laptop. I have laptops on the mind because mine is starting to die. And that's a problem. Oh fuck, it's deep crows. It's fucking deep crows. I always forget they're down here. Fucking, I don't know what to do about them, honestly, except just not be there. And that doesn't seem viable as a way of actually combating the deep crow menace. Fuck, okay, Cigarette has to go out. As much as I love you, Cigarette, you gotta go out. Maybe I'm not, I mean, I know I'm not using my kit as well as it needs to be used, and that's kind of a problem. That might be part of the issue. What comes after corrupted prison? I don't even know. Oh fudge! Okay, look, you gotta stop with this shit. I want a big old radish. I want a big old radish in real life. I like radishes. Radish eye? It's all crap. I mean, it's not crap. It's very useful. It's like, it's cool stuff. But I got cool stuff that I would like to keep. Is the thing? I'm enamored of... Oh shit! Oh god. Damn, that dude hit the fuck out of us. And honestly, that's very rude. Oh, okay, right, yeah, you can teleport, because you're a cunt. Ah! At least I'm making my dodges. So I'm improving. And by improving, I mean, you know, like getting better, which is what that word means. If you didn't know that that's what the word meant, now you know. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. I'm gonna take it. Oh shoot, we'd have to lose Frost Blast though. Fuck it, I'm gonna take it. Get fucked, Frost Blast, get fucked. How am I out of ammo? I just started. That didn't kill that motherfucker in one hit, and I hate that. I need shit to die immediately is the thing. Immediately, if not sooner. Where is the exit? I would like to go home now. Oh, he's biting me. Oh shoot. Fucking with the spikes. Always with the spikes. The rudeness. The sheer... Okay, let's take this one step at a time, okay? Zoop. Okay, you got zooped? That, I don't know. I gotta figure out the timing on that. It's not, I think... Oh, Jesus. Fucking deep crows! It's always with the goddamn deep crows. Did I miss anything? Oh, Hive, how you doing? I hope life is being nice to you. It better be nice to you, or else I'll be like, life. What the fuck? Why you gotta fuck with Hive? I am doing sleepy. You know, that is certainly okay. As always, I enjoin you to stay nearly as long as you feel comfortable doing. And once the time for sleep has arrived, please do. I would not like you to be sick. 'Cause that would be bad. Sick would be bad. Have you been healthy like recently? Nothing's I guess we'll do Predator. It does sound good. Not picking up any bugs. Everybody's fucking sick over here. Like everybody's coughing and sneezing and no one's wearing a mask. And the government's like, oh, hey, maybe COVID cases might be up this summer, so, you know, be on the lookout. Oh, Eplin, how you doing? I hope that you are Genki. I hope that you're filled with just the gankiest of gank. Meowdy. I love Meowdy. That's good. I need to make a concerted effort to actually introduce that into my lexicon. Because it's good words. No, I think not. No, we don't. We've got a tombstone. Why would I want to fuck around with a spirit sword? TDK introduced it to me, and I'm forever grateful for it. I mean, it's good words. Yo, how is TTK? Have you heard from them recently? I haven't. I should make an effort to reach out. It's like, not specifically with TTK, but just like in general, it's kind of hard to judge sometimes. Like, is it just because like the person's busy, or is this a spoons issue, or like, you know, like how to read things? Evelyn says, I'm doing pretty well, but the weather could be quite better. That's a mood. That's a mood. It hasn't been rainy, but the entire state is basically under an excessive heat warning. I'm not loving that. I switched to them on Discord. It turns out I was in the middle of typing them a message and got distracted. Oh my god! I mean, that happens though. That totally happens. Shit. Like, okay, do we want Death Scythe or do we want Tombstone? Because they're both so good. I think we shoot for Tombstone, but like, we do need the money. Which we don't have. Oh my... I hate that! The 160s is not good. For children and other living things. This is definitely like staying inside and watching some good horror movies and or the animus, if that's what floats your boat. Or reading a nice book and or manga and or book that is a manga. We're good with everything, honestly. But not being outside weather. This is not the outside weather. Oh, you are such a douche. Oh, Alice, how you doing? I hope you are well. I hope nothing's giving you any more stress than you can deal with. I keep on jumping in the acid, and that's not really the way to go here. That is, as the kids say, deleterious to our long-term health. I am certain that is a thing that the kids say. You should have told us that the loading screen for Lies of Peace is now lying and said, excuse me, hold up, Hive. Didn't they tell us that? Was that, because I knew that thing. But now I don't know if I knew that thing from here or if I knew that thing from someplace else. It isn't 40 degrees Celsius. It's actually 42 degrees Celsius. That is fucked. I only remember the Liar Die Death screen. I should check out this Lies of P. Oh god, I just sat there and took that right in the face. Like a goofball. Oh wait! Why are you apologizing? And now it's crossover between Lies of P and Wulong? Now, what about, but I'm thinking what we really need is Lies of P and Wu-Tang. I kind of feel like that would get all the kids in the room. I'm sure that the Wu-Tang Clan are still relevant. We're not going to get enough money for our toy. And that makes me sad because we definitely want to upgrade our tombstone. Oh, to Alice for saying she didn't tell me a thing. She did tell me and I forgot. Okay. I mean, see, because now I don't remember what's been said where. So, it might be that we're all correct. Oh, fudge. Oh, this might not be good. Oh, this sucks. Why would it have to be? It had to be fucking you, didn't it? What a douchebag. I don't know. I think we stick with what we got. Oh, Jesus. Stop jumping onto the fucking spikes, Disco. Oh my god. 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 Okay. Fucking run. Go someplace safe. Oh, Jesus, I just wanted to heal you, motherfucker! Oh, damn it! We had enough money for the giant tombstone of doom, and I just wanted, like, a space of, like, 2 seconds so I could heal. Oh. I found out yesterday about the Netflix Zack Snyder legally distinct Star Wars movie that started as a plan for an actual Snyder Star Wars movie, and now I am dying of psychic energy. What the fuck? I don't, is Dave Bautista in it? Is Dave Bautista in Rebel Moon playing Dave Bautista? I wanted to think that Dave Bautista had, like, acting range, but nothing that he's done so far has really shown that off too well. It's not supposed to drop below 35 Celsius minimum in the daytime, and in the evening it only dropped down to like 30 minimum. It's probably going to be this way at worst until September or October. I mean, I hate it. Evelyn, I hate it. I honestly do. I know that you're taking the steps to stay safe. That makes me very happy, but, like, nobody should have to put up with that bullshit. Anthony Hopkins, what the fuck? Sir Anthony Hopkins? Does he have, like, some taxes that he's got to pay? This man has been knighted by the Queen? Which actually doesn't speak very highly of him, but Blade Runner 2049 has a different Dave Bautista's performance. That's true. That is very true. And it's kind of a shame that they didn't let him kind of spread his wings in that fashion a little bit more. Because it feels like they tried to do, like, funny tough guy a la Rock with the Drax character in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there's just kind of like tough big guy, and I don't know, maybe like John Cena was doing the funny tough guy, and so they couldn't have two funny tough guys, but He was there to play off a tidbit for everyone who knew that the original Blade Runner, back when it was titled Dangerous Days, opened with pretty much that confrontation. Huh, I did not know that. Alvin says I hate it because it's also extremely humid here, and if you stand outside you just start melting, so I don't go outside as much because, like, that's pretty understandable. It was pretty melt city here, the other day, and I was just, it was deeply uncomfortable. All the parts of me that hadn't melted were like stuck to the parts of me that hadn't melted, and I kind of hated it. Batista's good as a grifter YouTuber guy in Knives Out too. Oh my god, I gotta see that then. When I woke up, it was 2 Celsius. Oh, because Hive's in the Australia lands, so they are heading into the winter times. Why did I say all of that like that? Like, none of that was necessary. I hate everything about that, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Fucking Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones should just go away. Honestly. Ice zombies coming to Australia. Would anybody notice? Honestly. You'd have like ice zombies and wall spiders. Or wait, what did Bandit Queen Bandit call them? Wall kittens. Wait, why? Alice, why? Why though? I just want Game of Thrones to go away, honestly. I thought it was still warm in the winter there. I guess I was wrong. Learning lessons of the Risa stream. We're here to teach, and we're here to learn. I think it depends on what part of Australia you be in. Cause, like, Hive, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, there are parts of... Wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm totally wrong. Are there parts of Australia that are relatively close to the equator? Like, is Northern Australia kind of... Is it up there? Okay, good. Good! I'm not totally wrong. That makes me happy to hear. So I guess there would be areas of Australia that would have warmer warmer winters. I don't know what's popular with anybody, and I'm kind of happy with that. Honestly, I feel like I've been like cut out of the fabric of the world, and I'm broadly speaking okay with that. Because every now and then I'll watch like a YouTube video and somebody will be like, oh, Future Diary, 7 out of 10. And I'll just like, I'll kind of cry to myself. I'll be like, excuse me, what the fuck? Also, this was like a whole hour that was listed as a review, and in fact was not in a review, but was just a recap of every episode with like 10 minutes of going into it at the end, and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm sorry, like, I do reviews. This is not a fucking review. There's worse trash out there. I don't doubt it, but like, it's weird because I'm in many ways gated from like Japanese mainstream culture, or any culture as a language, and I'm largely gated from English-speaking culture just because like there's nobody around me who engages in it, so I got like no idea what the fuck's going on. And there's, I mean, I'm sure there's worse trash than Future Diary, but like, you gotta admit, Future Diary is pretty fucking shit. I do know most of Australia's cities are along the coastline, and not often inland since it's cooler and more livable along the coast, from what I know. I believe you're correct. I need to up my Ochre game. I do not have very many dots in Ochre knowledge. If you don't mind me asking, how's your level of understanding in speaking Japanese? It's like, I can do relatively simple, like, daily conversation stuff. I have a hard time following, like, recorded language. So, like, a lot of television and movies and stuff are kind of out for me. I can usually get my way through manga, because there's like, you know, there's pictures to help, and like I can take time with the text, and it's in smaller chunks. But like I can't really read like long form. It's extremely frustrating. I actually picked up a newspaper. This is gonna be like a bit of a homework for me because there's a big LGBT article on the front, and it doesn't look good. It looks, in fact, quite bad, and this is one of those things where I kind of feel like I probably ought to know what the fuck they're saying. So I'm gonna struggle my way through it, but yeah, like I don't know. I've been like on a long term on a plateau as far as my abilities go, and it's like I don't know how to get off it without either a lot more social contact or like really honestly kind of dedicating time to do it. And that's not really something that I do because like I mean, this is gonna sound so whingy, but it's like I don't want to read manga to study. I don't want to watch anime to study or movies to study. Like, I just want to engage in media. Like, I just want to engage in the world. I don't want to turn everything into fucking homework. There probably are adult language lessons. I don't know, like, particularly how good they are, but, like, they gotta be out there. But also, it's like, it's devoting that time. Because I really don't have a lot of usable time on my plate. Also, Hirunda, I hope that you're what are the words that I want? I hope that you are settling into your home. I hope that it's getting all nice and comfy and just where you need it to be. We were supposed to have a storm, but it seems like it didn't show up. I love to hear that. Unless the storm was the thing that you needed. We've been doing weather talk, so but to kind of juggle the conversation with Alice as well, it's like I do know that not a small amount of this is just like motivation and putting the energy into it, and I've got so many other places that I need that energy going that it's really hard to just make this the thing that I do, even though I know that it would be meaningful in the end. Evelyn says we had a storm a few days ago where almost all the counties around me had tornado warnings, so that was fun. Hate that. Hedon, this is very flat, and the exhaustion from the move seems to have hit me like a truck today. It's weird how it, like, sometimes it hangs back like that. I don't even want this. This is trash item. do definitely need to improve the Japanese though, cause like I've been talking with my friend and they're Welsh, but their Japanese levels like quite high because they have to use it all the time for work, and they keep an eye on a lot of the queer stuff because they are in fact queer themselves, and some of the things they talk about going on with like the government is very worrisome, and I should probably have a much better idea of what's going on with that. Alice says I do get that. Even while being born here, I struggle with writing in Portuguese since I rarely do it. That I've been thinking of getting lessons, but it's a time waste. I know, like, see, I know that we've got like JSL schools here and classes here because we've got a lot of like migrants. It's hard to say immigrants with the way like the government's work visa system works, but we've got a lot of like foreign language speakers here who need to learn Japanese and do studying that way. So, like, I know they're going to schools, but I do wonder sometimes, like, how in depth those schools are. Like, if it's set up for survival and work, or if it's set up for like learning the language to actually learn the language. A city up near the border between Oklahoma and Texas had an EF3 direct hit. It was Perryton, Texas, if anyone saw that. Oh gosh. This is the first time I've heard the phrase EF3, but that sounds pretty fucking awful. I'm kind of crossing my toes that this was not like a mass casualties type of thing. Why am I going to the corrupted prison? Like, that just kicked our butt last time. I'm talking about the tornado scale. The enhanced Fujita scale. The enhanced Fujita scale? That's an interesting name. I'm assuming that like somebody named, like, some Japanese dude made that, but I've outraged the gods. Fuck the gods. Fuck them. Fuck the gods and fuck them kids. I'll take tonic. Now we have angered the gods, so we can't get hit for 10 enemies. Originally as the Fujita scale, it was indeed made by a Japanese meteorologist. No shit. See, it's nice to, you know, remember that Japan does make contributions that aren't just like mass media. Like, Japan actually does stuff. Oh, it's these fucking birds. Fucking these birds. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. It's all trash. Looking it up, it seems a lot of the schools are really pricey. I'm not sure. I mean, if they're anything like the English language schools, because we were not super cheap, if I recall correctly. Next time I'm actually working with, like, a foreign worker, like, foreign as in non-Japanese, not like foreign as in foreign to me, because I'm also technically a foreign worker, but I can't answer my own questions, because if I could do that, I wouldn't need to ask them. I should ask them where they did their learning. That might be like, at least to have some idea of like where one could accomplish that, or even if they did, like it might be that they just picked it all up on their own. But yeah, it's a weird scale though. There hasn't been an E5 tornado, EF5 tornado since the 2011 tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. Oh, the carrot. But there's been ones very similar to it that weren't classified as E5 for various reasons. That's kind of funky. Maybe they want E5 to be super special. Like, not just everybody can get an E5. Like, you really gotta push for it. Us, Holly! Do you have my passport? Because I'm also waiting for that to come in the mail in mostly satisfactory condition. We're still like a couple weeks away before that would be even the earliest possibility of arrival, so it's like, it's not like I'm worried yet. But I would like to have it. It would be, as the kids say, pretty fucking schweb. I also don't know if the kids say that, but I'm assuming that they do. Right? That seems like a thing kids would say. Like, yo, dog, this is pretty fucking schweb. This is schweb-effervescence. Back from fighting all the furniture in the dungeon, I love that your dungeon is just stacked with furniture. It's like you're playing a game of Toon. I do need to learn some Japanese for when I visit there at some point. I mean, it would be useful, yeah. EF5 is really unique for anyone who hasn't seen it. Looking up the Joplin, Missouri tornado, it was really frightening and awful sight. I didn't even know there was a 2011 Joplin, Missouri tornado. I was looking up, the last thing I was looking up on Google was L7, and I was going to make a brick joke, but it hasn't come to me yet. The wording isn't right yet. Holy dogs, these are some pictures. Fucking hell, though. That's, I don't like any of those pictures. I don't want you to be visited by any of those tornadoes. Oh, definitely allow. Chili Beans wouldn't say something weird. I wore my L7 shirt to see Pansy Division on Friday. It was a very queer show. I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you had a wonderful night. Well, okay, I'm making an assumption that it was a wonderful night because it was a very queer night, but I'm hoping that it was wonderful. Alice is like, with my trip to America, I would have done my visit to Japan at this point if flying to Japan wasn't extremely costly. Oh my god, it's expensive as fuck. It is the monies. I'm not looking forward to eventually figuring out what we're gonna do about getting back to the US for a little bit, because like, yeah, money. It's like, it's gonna cost me all the money just to get home. Cheapest option is currently 500 euros per person on to fly to Nagoya. Jeez, and what, like, then you'd have to take the Shinkansen down from Nagoya to Tokyo? Or, well, I mean, okay, you wouldn't have to. It depends if you wanted to do things around Nagoya, but, like, is there anything to do around Nagoya? I've been there, but like, it was just to go to a love hotel. For the folks who didn't get the insider scoop, I had to put off finishing my reporting yesterday because the vice principal didn't fix an issue with the site, so I had to go to work on my day off so he could press the buttons he didn't need me present for. I think you should punch this man. Like, just give this man a whole cup of punch juice. You're staying in Kyoto with a friend. Oh my god. That means you could, like, totally get down to Osaka. You have to go to Osaka. Like, fuck Kyoto. You have to go to Osaka. Shit, that would be an excuse for me to go to Osaka. I would say we could get matching tattoos, but, like, I don't think either of us could afford Benny. I mean, you could... the Osaka Aquarium is nice, but like, yo, there's a taxidermy bar. There's a nice Mexican restaurant that we could go to. We go to frickin' Nippon Bosch, which is a much more manageable version of a cool version of Akihabara. I'd love to go to Osaka and have a big old tour. I would so love to do that. It would be fun, although apparently, like, the neighborhood that I used to live in is completely different. It has gone to the dogs, and by the dogs I mean the gentrifiers, and I hate it. It makes me extremely sad. I did a trip to, a day trip from Kyoto to Osaka. It's like, Kyoto to Osaka is extremely manageable. It's what, like maybe an hour? And I don't even think you need to take the fastest train. Now, if you are in Kyoto, you could go to Eigamura. And Eigamura is kind of neat. But depending on when you go, I don't even know if they do the big the big yokai gathering anymore, but they used to have like a big yokai festival in Eigamura, and it just was a banger. It was so cool. Got all these people dressing up as yokai. Some people had chickens on their faces. Apparently I was. Like, they tore down our apartment building, which I think is why the owners of the building stopped asking me to pay my back rent. Because the building doesn't exist. I'm not even sure if, like, the company that owned it exists anymore. But they put up, like, all these, like, I guess they put up a bunch of fancy apartments. And it's just, like, it's very gentrification-y. Makes me sad. I hope at least that the park is still there. Like, if the park is gone, I think I literally would cry. You can do the manga museum in Kyoto for what it's worth. You can. I found the manga museum to be a little bit not what I was expecting. It seemed like it was a little bit less of a museum and more of like a really neat library, which, to be fair, is way cooler than what I thought it was going to be. But it was really nice. I liked it a lot. We love to hear about cabals of leeches going extinct and taking their debt with them. This is true. Also, because, like, I kind of owed them a not insignificant amount of money, is the thing. So, you know. The manga museum does have exhibits, but is also a large manga library. That was my take on it. I haven't been there since it opened, so like I don't know if anything's changed. But it was like really nice. Like I want to be clear on that point. Like I'm not throwing shade on it. It just like it wasn't what I was expecting. I know I have a plan to go to the Kyoto Railway Museum with a friend. See, now I never did that, and I kind of wish I had now. Does it have One Piece though? The very obscure manga by Eiichiro Oda. I mean, it might. I wasn't specifically looking for One Piece, but it might. Not only that, it has Astro Boy. No way. Way? I want to know, like, if it has, like, obscure Yuri manga from, like, the 1940s. I never went to a baseball game, and there's a very good reason for that, and that's because I worked next to Koshien Stadium when I first got into Osaka, and I saw those crowds leaving those games, and that was a whole fucking lot. Like, oh boy, I would not have been able to deal with that. What about Dragon Ball? I think you might be out of luck with Dragon Ball. Also, slightly more serious note, I think I've mentioned this probably many times, but if you can find like the big sized collected editions of Akira, I super duper recommend them because they're really, really good and they're really pretty. Also by same author, I think the name is Doremu. It's much smaller and much more manageable than Akira, but it's a really neat look at like what's it called? Danji? Like it's a neat look at early 80s Japanese apartment complex life. But also with possibly a ghost or a psychic who explodinates the fuck out of people. Also sometimes drives them to suicide. So, you know, CW is for that. But it's absolutely fucking gorgeous. Like, it is super, super gorgeous. It is gory as hell. It's a neat story, and it's just like, it's a really cool time capsule of like that particular period in Japan. I'm pretty sure. Let me look this up. I want to check this out. I also want to make sure I'm getting the title right, because like I've only gotten Japanese and I only kind of remember the title in English. Yo, where's my copy gone? Yo, apartment, have you eaten my comic? I'm gonna be very sad. Evelyn says, I watched the movie and it was genuinely really phenomenal, and I see why it's a very popular movie with animation. Oh, the movie's like a whole thing. The movie is actually the first anime that I watched. And, yeah. But there's so much more going on in the comic. And I know it's like super cliche to say that, but like, it's just such a chunky comic. Where is the freaking? I need to. Thank you. I can't find this stupid damn it, ableism. Hi. That I deserve that. I deserve that. That was shitty. I'll find it on my break. I figured that was what you were saying. Akira was like the most expensive movie in for real? I did not know that. That is like super duper cool. It had 5 animation directors famously. I'm learning like all kinds of new shit today. Still need to watch some other movies. Want to check out Ghost in the Shell. This is also a very solid movie that I feel like I could recommend. Ghost in the Shell is worth it just for the ladies with like the robo fingers. They're my favorite. They're so cool. They animated so many layers of parallax. Also, so much of it was animated on ones. I need to watch Akira again. I haven't watched that in honestly fucking ages. I like the show better, but the movie's good also. The show is standalone complex, right? Gits? It's a show I've got to watch, but only dubbed. Is there a reason that you only want the dubbed version? Like, feels kind of unusual. Os! Flumpable! Thank you for taking the DBZ joke. I do honestly appreciate that. I tried fan subs, it was miserable. I tried watching it with official subs, they were too fast and dense. Alice, why would you do that to yourself? Like, that seems kind of fucked up. I summoned this fucking cat, and I don't swear this cat is not doing anything. Like, this cat is supposed to fuck shit up. Actual cat, could you help me out? Oh, although we summoned a cat and Floppable appeared, so that's actually kind of cool. Wait, Floppable what? I'm sorry, what? Why? Why would you? What? I never thought like the Flash was that kind of hero. Why is there a baby going in a microwave? I am so confused. Isn't he getting another movie as the Flash? I feel like that's a thing. Fun fact, that scene is the start of the movie. They call it back 20 minutes in the movie, and it's not the wildest scene in that scene. Oh my god, like what is even going on? I really didn't think I would see a movie where somebody's putting a baby in a microwave. Evelyn, we are on the same page. I am asking exactly that thing. Well, what about a movie where someone makes a staircase of various CGI babies? I mean, that would also be kind of a lot. I mean, it would be awesome, but it would deeply depend on what kind of movie that we're talking about? Like, the problem is not specifically putting the baby in the microwave, although that is an issue. The problem is that, like, this is within the framework of a four-color comic book hero, which, you know, it just seems kind of weird. Apparently Flash also used deepfakes and AI to put the 90s Superman actor... Oh my god! Wait, Evelyn, they deepfaked Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves of John Carpenter's Village of the Damned fame into the Flash? That's kind of fucked up. That is... Wow! I'm feeling all kinds of ways there. Is the Flash the Flashpoint movie that they're using to usher in the Gunniverse? Wait, like... Isn't James Gunn's stuff like siloed off into Suicide Squad? There's a joke about George Reeves, but I'm like totally not gonna do it, so... but needless to say, there is a joke about George Reeves. He's running the whole gosh darn DCEU now. I don't know, like... Look, I don't not appreciate James Gunn, but I kind of stand by my assessment previously that, like, he's going to end up being, or if not already is, acceptable Joss Whedon, and I kind of feel like maybe it's okay to leave Joss Whedon in the 90s. I kind of feel like we don't need another Swamp Thing, okay? We don't need another Swamp Thing. We have two perfect Swamp Things already. They're not gonna have Adrian Barbeau, and granted, Return of Swamp Thing did not have Adrian Barbeau in it, but like her presence was established. They apparently defaked George Reeves in The Flash too. Somebody that said that. Just, 50, who, took his own life likely due to him feeling like Superman destroyed his career, that he could only be cast as that character now. Yeah. Which is why I'm not doing the joke. Just not loving any of this. Who doesn't remember shooting a cameo? Wait, they probably CG'd an actor from the Flash CW TV show who doesn't remember shooting a cameo and is still alive. That's kind of fucked up. Wait, did they do a thing with Nicolas Cage as Superman? Like, I know that there was a Nicolas Cage Superman script floating around, but they never did anything with it, right? The director mentioned... Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I still want to see Renfield, but, like... I don't know if I need Cage qua Cage anymore. Is the giant spider like a Muppet on a Volvo? Or that's not right. A Muppet on a Volkswagen, excuse me. Renfield, by all accounts, seems bad. Probably is. I follow somebody on Tumblr who does gift sets for horror movies, and they are absolute genius because every gift set that they do makes these movies look amazing. So, like, it's 100% of the reason why I want to see Evil Dead Rise, but I totally want to see Evil Dead Rise. But their gift sets for Renfield make it look, like, kind of okay. Let's see. Flubbles is not gonna lie. Oh, fudge. Hold on. I'm losing track of stuff here. Not gonna lie, I think the next movie I plan to see in cinemas is Saw X. Let me have my trash. They're... Fine. 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 If they have to, I guess they have to. Friendly reminder that it's been 3 updates since the update that broke the mobile app for my screen reader and is still broken. Oh, fucking... Cause Tumblr fucked everything. God damn it, Tumblr. And Reddit! Apparently, like... So, Reddit has been taking subreddits that went on private to protest the API thing. And was like, if you don't come off private, we're gonna get rid of your entire mod staff and then just replace them, and they will put it on public. And so I guess like there's a bunch of malicious compliance going around. Like the Pitchfork media is just being retooled into something for selling pitchforks. It's all very confusing and I fucking hate it. I forgot they're doing regular Saw movies after the pseudo reboot. That totally didn't work. Oh, the Book of Spiral or something? First Saw is genuinely great horror movie, and it and Cube really shaped my love of minimalism and horror. Both of which like are really solid first entries, and then just kind of all fall apart the longer that they go on. Reddit is gonna go down the drain. It's so tiresome. I was trying to get some information on an anime, but I couldn't because fucking our anime is private. Well, maybe you should check back. Maybe they've been forced to be public again. I just want to go to the taverns here. Why are you making this so hard? But they are like falling down, falling apart is the word that I want. Saw 6 is hilarious to me because it tries to be a political film where Saw the shit out of the American healthcare system. See, I really want to see that. Ever since I saw the kill count for it, and I was like, oh dang, like I gotta check that. Hodge says our pics and our awe and our ask histories have come off private and ran a poll to determine whether they go back into private or whether they go back to normal, or if they only allow posting pictures of John Oliver. And the community's all voted for only allowing John Oliver posts, so now a bunch of stuff on Reddit is just pictures of John Oliver. I love it, question mark? I am like super disappointed with what's going on with Reddit though. That's gonna be, I was talking to Hype about this a little while back, but like I feel like Reddit is maybe the last of the kind of general access LBP spaces anymore. Like I know there's a lot of Discords, and I know that like there's people on Tumblr that post under LBP tags, because like that's me. But to like have a spot where it's just like, here's a bunch of folks who are here's putting up level ideas and putting up art, and like it's all collected in one space. Like that's how I met Melangard, was through that. I've met some other creators who haven't necessarily become part of the Empty Room community, but I've been really happy to know. I've found a lot of really good just levels for the show that way. I've gotten eyes on my stuff that way, and it's like, and if Reddit goes tits up, it's, well, what's left? It's Sakinema? Sakinema's message board is just gross, so I'm not going to be hanging out there. And I don't have the spoons to join a bunch of Discords. Hyde says, this after the CEO specifically called out mods for not giving the community what they want. I fucking hate that. Holly said, I went for my face lasers today and I wore my nice beanie and a gray flannel shirt, looked over at a dude who was looking at me on the escalator, and he looked like he almost hurt himself looking the other way. I want you to have the Akita psychic powers where you could do the force bubble and just like spread people like marmalade across the ceiling. Okay, that shit made such an impression on me as a kid. Like, that effect. But also, I think you should be able to do it. Reddit made Google search usable. Discord is getting weird. And I'm cheesed off about the whole numbers thing. And now, folks, because this was... I've seen this pop up on fucking Tumblr. It's... have the laugh where it's like, folks are trying to get their names right, but like a lot of common names are taken. So the Discord is like, have you thought of putting numbers in your name to make it like more unique? And it's like, fucking for real? Are you fucking for real? The thing that you just took away is now you're asking people to do that? Should be able to marmalade a guy as a treat. This is what I'm saying. You deserve it. And people are assholes. They're just making it paywalled. Great. Like, I keep on Discord because like that's just how I can keep in touch with people in like a DM sense. Because there really aren't that many people that I know that are on Gilded. And I'm not asking everybody to come over on Tumblr, and I'm not starting like a co-host or a Mastodon. I can't. I do not have the energy to keep up like 12 social media sites. Everybody's on Discord. They've all got my username so they can get in touch with me, and it's like, fine. Love that. Wait. No. Hive? What's the thing that someone did to their server? I am intrigued and I hate it. Wait, no idea what was with that guy, but he was mid-looking as hell, so I doubt I missed much. Maybe he did not want to confront the fact that, like, he was jealous. This could be real egg energy. Blueprint acquired flying alcoholic outfit. What the fuck? What is Dead Cells? What the fuck is that? I am very pretty, and he was wearing just jeans and a white shirt. See, you know, like, you can pull that off if you have style and aren't an asshole, but clearly that's not the case here. I feel like Butch with a pack of Luckies rolled up in her sleeve would definitely pull off the jeans and white t-shirt. But that's like totally my aspirational goals, so like that probably, I don't know if that should count. They created a number of roles, A through Z, so that no one on the server can ping anyone on Discord Mobile, because instead of, say, pinging at Aaron, minus the space, they will be pinging the roll at A minus the space. That's weird, right? Like, that's not supposed to work that way, right? I never ping any... Well, that's not true. I do ping people. What am I talking about? Would... And this is me revealing, like, my complete lack of any tech knowledge? I almost said text knowledge, which would be very different. Would this have been something that the previous naming convention would have prevented? I feel like I'm missing a piece that elevates this from that sounds like bullshit to, oh, I get why that's bullshit. It was something they discovered after the name change got rolled out. But the basic takeaway here is that they jerked it up so that nobody can do pings. Which seems kind of fucky. Like, I'm pretty sure that seems pretty fucky. Wait, what the fuck was all that? What? Crate of weapons. Must have been all cozy and warm if they were hiding weapons? I don't know how any of those words follow any of those other words, but fine, sure, whatever. We are gonna kill the fuck out of the giant, and I like that. Because I think we might get the blueprint for a crossover. I don't know why I was trying to tank that crow though. We're actually killing the fuck out of these crows. And that's a little bit shocking. Usually the crows just fuck me up. Look, could I have the exit now? I don't think that's asking too much. Oh shit! I hate the name update because I used Pancakes as my name for like 3 years, and it was taken from me, and all the names I tried were taken away until eventually I just used my Twitter username. I fucking hate that. I hate the pants off of that. I just used Musical Lady of the Weeping Wire, which I actually didn't want to, but I was really too tired to figure out like any new username to use, so I was like, fuck it. Just go with that. I wanna fight this fucking giant! Where the hell is silly ass? It wasn't that that was taken. I'd be surprised if it was, but I mean, I guess anything's possible. I don't know if anybody would be going for the bilingual puns. It's just like, they suggested just using, the screen name without any spaces in it, and I was like, fine, fuck it, whatever, I don't care. I think I was doing something else at the time, and I didn't really want to fuck with it. I got Alice Ruler of Water. As well you should. I gotta head to bed, Lost Charm. Holly, that makes me so happy to hear, though. I mean, that you lost track of time, not that you gotta go to bed. But it does make me happy to hear that you gotta go to bed, so... I mean, that you'll be getting sleep. You know what I mean. Sleep well. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. And we will catch you on Thursday. Thursday will be an LBP stream. Also, I got my username because it's mine. And it's got my stink on it. Hungry for stink. And everything's coming back to L7 tonight. I didn't get pancakes because I didn't join in 2015. Were they doing it by join date? Because that seems kind of fucked up. The giant didn't like the Hand of the King, and the Hand of the King didn't like the giant, but they did agree on one point. Nobody liked the alchemist. I think I was the alchemist? Or I was the king. I'm not sure. It's all very confusing. Look at this big boy! You here? The malaise has really had its way with you. Ho 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 ho! He's a jolly giant! Yes, indeed. In keeping with your arrogance, which has brought nothing but ruin on the kingdom. In spite of all my warnings. Not a shred of hope is left to us. Die! So what you're supposed to be doing is, you're supposed to be hitting the eye, which is actually going to be kind of tough for us to do because of the glaive? Is that what this is? It doesn't really hit things in the air very well. Also, we're kind of eating shit here, so that's a bit of a problem. Get out of the... Get out of the soup, yo. You don't want to be in the soup. I do have to focus just a little bit here, because I kind of suck at this fight. I wish that we didn't have to do this with the whip. Yeah, that's a pretty neat attack pattern. No, by all means, don't worry. You don't have to give out. I was gonna say secret information. It is secret information, but like, you know. What? You just stand there though, girl. What the fuck are you doing? At least the whip is taking care of shit, but. Alright, you're fucked. Get fucked! Alternatively, send a whisper if anyone wants to add me. I can better filter who I want and who I don't want. I mean, it's a good way to go about it, yeah? You were a model for all of us. What drove you to all this destruction? You've even managed to destroy your own body. My king. You are an incorrigible ass. I am very amused by the fact that the giant flicks you off as it's dying. It's amusing. I am amused. I am very easily amused, though. Yo, what's this? What happens if we go here? Oh, we could just skip straight to the throne room. Do we want to, like... Let's just go fuck up the asshole. Yo, what just happened? Okay, we just got a bit of a blip. Are we still streaming? Okay, we are. That was really weird. I will absolutely take more brutality, thank you very much. Wait, are they gonna give us... Okay, good. I was worried we weren't gonna get away to heal. No, it just like... It didn't, It stopped broadcasting, hello. Video for a little bit? I don't know why. I just got a pop-up that says you're only broadcasting audio. Hopefully it's not an internet issue. It could be a Dead Cells issue, because Dead Cells is really wonky. I've had it get stuck on loading screens for like 15 minutes. Which is, as the kids say, not great. It is quite possibly fucky-wucky. Alright, this asshole, we gotta kill this asshole. I'm gonna sick a cat on you? You are so fucked. You don't even know. Look it, I am chewing the shit out of you. Do you get a second form? Do you like one-winged angel on us? I mean, I don't think it was supposed to be a 15-minute loading screen. I think it just got stuck. Oh, Kronos! Kronos! That ghost turned out, like, way better than it was supposed to. I was like, I am inordinately pleased. The little fire on the bomb? Praise me. I deserve praise. I just want to be praised. Alright, that was, we got a successful run. It was only a successful run on normal mode. I will, I think I will try to do a... Thank you! Thank you, Evelyn, I appreciate that. I think I will try to, do a hard mode run next, but... It was an explosive success, it was! I'm gonna put it in the chats. Which reminds me, like, somebody commented on one of the videos, like, was it "Keep up the great work, class," but in Ukrainian? I don't know why. I'm hoping that's not like a weird idiom or something. So I did look up in Google Translate how to say thank you in Ukrainian, so I could thank them. But it was definitely like, what the fuck? Oh, I gotta tell. Okay, so before I go on break, I gotta tell you this, because this was a whole thing, right? So, I that last drawing board video that I did, right? And I used like a bit of of Thought Crime as a backing track. And it's like a pretty heavy track. I think it's called Average. What's it called? Like Average Motherfucker or something? It's like it's very loud. It's very angry. No, don't play. I don't need you to be playing Risk Rain soundtrack right now. So somebody on the Reddits was like, that music is terrible and it's inappropriate. And I was like, you know what? Like, okay, terrible's a matter of taste. Inappropriate, yeah, I could see how that song is maybe not appropriate for, like, something related to LBP. I can't really get on this person's case for their complaint. But I do like to kind of look at the profiles of people who interact with me, just so I can get kind of, like, I can kind of gauge, like, who they are, or if they're weird. And their profile is like an 18 plus profile. And so I went to it, I was like, yeah, 18 plus, whatever, sure, no problems. And it was like, not a small amount of hardcore gay porn. And I was just kind of like, you know, I kind of feel like you could have been a little bit more forgiving with me. Thought Crime being a queer band, headed by trans women, like, maybe we could have some, like, forbearance within the community, but, like, nah. I'm not sure if the song was appropriate, though. Like, I still used it. You should use that Bollywood song about punching rapists in the face and see who says it's inappropriate. I mean, that would be a good honeypot? Badger pit? Something like that? Because, yeah, anybody who would say that's inappropriate, like, that's somebody that you want to kind of block. I'm not... those credits, by the way, the first time I beat the Hand of the King, and I was like, well, I should leave the credits on, even if I'm not going to watch them, just, you know, to be respectful to all the folks who put in hard work in this game. Those credits are like a fucking hour long. They go on for fucking ever. It is senseless. I hate it. I hate it so much. We are at the hour and a half point, which is pretty jazzy. So I am going to take a break. Hive says, yeah, like the very first line of the song in English is, I put a fist through the face of a rapist. I mean, like, it's out there, it's upfront about where it's coming from, and I definitely support the message. I appreciate the fact that Indian nu metal is, like, better than any of the nu metal that I knew growing up. Or at least, like, when nu metal was new. And EW knew. So, like, Korn. I mean, definitely better than Korn. There's no question about that. But yes, I am going to take a brief break, get myself a stretch, maybe make a cup of coffee, I'm not sure. Have some orange juice. I have no snackies, and I hate that. That's my fault. And, yes, I will leave chat in the very capable hands of both Kronos and Hive, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back, and we are full of excitement. I mean, we had a successful run, which was kind of a little bit rare in Dead Cells for us. Hopefully we're gonna make more of these. Go for the hard mode. What did I miss? Persona stuffs. Jonathan Davis worked in the same profession you did at one point. He also has a custom mic stand that was built for him by H.R. Geiger. Or Giger. I did not know that Jonathan Davis was a English teacher. Or perhaps curry jockey. He still seems kind of douchey. At the end of this week, PS5 will have 4 games. God. As far as I'm aware, it's better than the Xbox. It actually does have no games because they really don't care as long as you play their games on whatever, unless it's a PlayStation. Yeah, that sounds about right. Budget's going to Atlas to get exclusive first marketing rights, but Atlas being Atlas screwed it up. I mean, just like Jordy Barrel. How do you leak in-depth footage of P3RE, then have the PE3... I can't read that. P3RE trailer be leaked by Atlas themselves, then have IGN footage leak, multi-platform leak. I mean, they just leak it all out. Just let it leak it all out. Lord Worm was an English teacher. Jonathan Davis worked in a funeral home. I mean, it's just proof that douchebags can work in funeral homes too. I don't know who Lord Worm is, though. I should check. Oh, I didn't check that. I was gonna check that comic so I could tell you. Fudge. Foo. Give me a second. Okay. I can find this. I can find this. Because I wanted Domu! Not Dormu, Domu. That's the name of the comic. It's good though. It is so good. I feel like Otomo's got an art style that is kind of a lost form in current manga. Lord Worm, real name Dan Greening, is the original singer of the Canadian death metal band Cryptopsy? He joined the band in '88 when they were known as Necrosis, but left in '97 to work as an ESL teacher for adults. He picked his own replacement in the form of Mike DeSalvo. That's kind of cool. I'm digging on that. I just off the top of the dome piece so far, looks like he's deserving slightly more respect than Jonathan Davis. We did get some new costumes, but I don't think any of the new costumes will let me have tits, so we're probably not going to use them. But they exist. Oh, but we could be a skeleton, and we could pretend that the ribs are, you know. I just feel like we should have some more options for girl outfits that aren't like blonde-haired white chick. That's the only other girl option, by the way, so, not loving that. We got another one too, didn't we? I'm gonna go with a skeleton outfit. Mike DeSalvo lasted 2 albums before Lord Worm came back, for 1 album before he left again, and then he recruited a deathcore vocalist and made an utterly uninspired deathcore album, and everyone hated it. The band reacted poorly to it, but then course corrected when they realized the fans were serious. Now they're making technical deathcore, and by now I mean they released 1 other album, 2 EPs, and stopped doing anything. Okay, fair enough. I meant to stay for the reminder, but I'm way more tired than I realized. Is there anything you want to tell me directly before I dip? Um, Nothing that is time sensitive, I think. But if you need rest, like Kronos, I would really rather that you have it. I'm super glad that you at least dropped in for a little bit tonight. But yeah, health comes first. You gotta keep that energy up. I forgot Metaphor was a game, but it looks like a whole lot. Is Metaphor like a... is that a Persona thing? Am I confuzzled? I might be confuzzled. Oh, we got Kirby Crackle. I fucking hate that. It's Persona with elves? Oh, wait, is that the new one that y'all were, like, talking about before? Right, okay. Okay. I don't need elves in my Persona. I don't even need Persona in my Persona sometimes. Oh wait, we gotta be careful because there's like the dudes who throw the knives, and they're not good for our long-term health. I don't know enough Persona stuff to give recommends for Persona, so I'm just gonna say go read Domo. I can recommend that very easily. We all know the best Final Fantasies are multiples of 6. What about Final Fantasy IV? Yo, what about Final Fantasy IV? Final Fantasy IV is a banger. And where does Tactics fit into that? Final Fantasy IV was the first Final Fantasy I played to completion, so... And it's the game I famously won with a spoon. So I kind of have a dedicated soft spot to it, for it. Oh, I should mention, this is a side note, we don't need to spend a lot of time on it, but I should mention that the computer problems that I was having. So we talked about the last stream how my computer just suddenly stopped believing that vowels existed. Well, it progressed from that to not believing that any letters existed, but only at random. It was a lot, and I was really getting quite frustrated and angry with it. And I was like, well, the computer is over 13 years old. It is probably on its last legs, you know? Probably gonna die. I'm kind of fucked because I can't buy a new computer. And somebody was like, hey, yo, like, I know this is making you really angry, and I know it's really serious, but try getting some compressed air up in that shit. Just see how it works out for you. So I went out and I bought a can of compressed air and got some compressed air up in that shit. And like, problem fucking solved, and I'm actually kind of side pissed off about it. It shouldn't have been that easy is the thing. I mean, I'm glad it was, but also it's like, it's almost more frustrating because it was so easy. Also, like, oh my god, the fan on the bottom, which apparently I never looked at, ever, since I bought the computer, it was grody. It was super fucking, it was a lot. It was a lot. It should have, because then it's fewer things for you to worry about. I mean, yeah, like I am glad. Like I don't want to give the impression that I'm ungrateful. But it's a little bit weird, I suppose. Like, because it was super fucking pissing me off. because I couldn't type. I could not type anything. It took me the entire night to do like 7 video uploads just to get the descriptions in. Cat fur and keyboards don't mix well. I hate that. Thank God the computer's working. Yes. I mean, that's absolutely. I was really kind of worried because I was like, well, because if the computer goes, then I'm not gonna have a laptop for a while. This month I'm paying off that tax bill, and I gotta save up some money so that I can get back to the States, and I don't think a decent computer is gonna run me less than 70,000 yen if I'm lucky, probably more. I mean, I think that this one was around 70,000 yen pre-tax. But if I get a computer, I want it to be a little better than this one. I want it to be able to stream. I would love to be able to stream. I mean, I like the ease of doing it off of PS4, but it would open a lot of options for us. Like, there are a lot of indie games that I could get on the cheap that, you know, we could just have a little bit more robustness in what we get to play. Do you know how good Igpuss have got? What's Igpuss? I mean, it sounds kind of dirty, but I can't imagine it actually is. Yo, why am I getting Kirby Crackles? This is unacceptable. The ROG Ally and the Steam Deck are running off of Igpuss, so I'm guessing good enough to play games. But will it be good enough to stream on top of playing games? I mean, if that's like fielding suggestions that I might be able to use in the future, Hive, like, I do still need to do computery stuff. Like, I can't just... It's not just going to be a game rig that I'm looking for. Like, I'm going to have to do video work and whatnot. If we did get a setup where, like, I could actually stream off my computer, that would mean that we could stream PS3, which would mean that we could do private servers on LBP, which would be pretty nifty. But it also would mean that we could do the J-side, we could do Siren New Translation, which would be a hoot. I gotta see if I can get my US account up and running on the PS3. I haven't been able to do it so far, but I haven't tried in months. God, who knows how long the PS3 is, like, even gonna be operational, as far as that kind of thing goes. So I should get it done as soon as I can. Interesting thing is to see whether the integrated graphics will be better than your current laptop. I mean, I don't need fancy pants graphics so much. I don't really play a lot of, like... I'm not looking to play, like, AAA stuff. Evelyn says we're gonna head out. See y'all soon. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and have a great time with our stream. Evelyn, thank you so much for dropping by. Please continue to stay safe with all the weather stuff that you got going on, because I know it's an awful lot. I know I say that every time, and I know that you are a smart enough kid to keep yourself hydrated, but, like, please. Then we could shop for an option. Oh, fudge. We could shop for an option without dedicated graphics card. Yeah, like, I don't do a super lot of stuff on, like, my computer, but I do stuff on my computer, is the thing. Air conditioning's my only saving grace in this heat. You've got many saving graces. The air conditioning's the only thing that's keeping you alive, but that's a different idiom. I don't know why I pick up this key. I never used the fucking thing. Oh my god, the Kirby Crackles are real though? I am hating this. I'm hating this so much. Integrated graphics cards are built in the CPU, so it's just a thing that comes with your computer now. I think they've gotten to the point that you can play stuff reasonably well while not breaking the bank because you're not paying for a graphics card. For everyone else, integrated graphics is just fine. It can work for casual gaming, it's more than good enough for most Adobe programs, and as long as you've got a fairly modern processor, it will be able to handle 4K video. This is like really good stuff to know. Because honestly, I don't know anything about computers. I never really did, but I certainly don't now. And when the time comes that I am actually looking at seriously being able to buy a computer, like, oh god bless it, that was suck. I am gonna be hitting folks up for recommends. I can talk. I can totally talk. I should not have used our elixir. That was foolish. We are on hard mode. We do not get dedicated elixir refills. My older brother managed to snag a deck and got Windows 10 on it and used it for regular computing. What, the ROG thing? That seems wacky. Yeah, we'll do prison depths. Why the fuck not? At that point, it might also be worthwhile seeing if you can get a good deal on a secondhand laptop with decent specs. I was thinking about taking a pass by Nakano, because I know they've got a used computer shop that's right at the front of Nakano Broadway. So, like, just to see what those kind of prices look like. I mean, I know there's Akiba as well, but, like, honestly, I kind of hate Akiba. And the less that oh my god, we're fucked. I didn't realize this thing had, curse on it. And that is what the kids call a fucking problem. We will get open wounds, because they're fun. I snagged a ROG ally. It has Win 11, so I can theoretically use it for regular computing if I get a docking station and plug in a mouse and keyboard. Oh, that's right. Like the ROG is like another handheld like Switch, right? I mean, as far as like basic physicality of it. I mean, oh my god, this dude just fucked my shit up. Oh my. Well, yeah, we made some terrible choices here. We should not have taken the cursed item, especially because we're probably not going to use it, and we're probably going to get fucked. Steam Deck is actual Linux PC but in handheld format. Is like usual, like really silly ass questions, but is Linux something that you can only use if you are computer people? I wouldn't mind not having to use Windows. I feel like Windows has put like a bunch of shit on my computer that I don't need. But I am super not computing people, so, you know. Depends on what you want to do with it, but it also depends on the Linux distro from what I hear. See, like, that already doesn't mean anything to me. Those are words that, like, I can parse the meaning of the sentence on a pure English level, but not the nuance of the sentence in a computer sense. Linux is weird, but Steam OS is user-ish friendly. There are flavors of Linux that are more or less user-friendly from what I understand. Okay. Why are you giving me a cursed weapon, like, right off the frickin' jump? I hate it. I hate it forever, Baggins. I just shot that rat in the face. I'm sure it deserved it, but, like, still, it seems a bit much, you know? Yeah, we are gonna go with the sword that doesn't kill us. That is probably for the best. I guess we're doing brutality builds, so let's peep. War Spear. I mean, it is very pretty. You know, if we do go War Spear, we might want to invest in not brutality. That might be a good idea. War Spear is nice, though. Maybe not as nice as War Boys, but well, probably nicer than War Boys. I think War Boys basically just try to kill everybody, right? I mean, you have Nux, but he was a special boy. Clearly established by the narrative as special boy. These rats are fucking up my shit, dudes. Dudes, please don't. Why do the brutality weapons never have any fucking range on them? Seriously though, it's honestly uncalled for. Give me all the money! I need all the money! I want better shit than what I got. Alright, that's gonna go down to Dracula. I don't know that I want to do Dracula. I mean, no, but we'd have to fight Death, and Death will kick her ass. I don't want to get my ass kicked. Probably remember I've got this shield with the wolf's head on it. I think I could actually hit people with it. At least I'm getting better at seeing the invisible dudes. Also the invisible hand of the market. Not very invisible, it's just a rich guy's hand. It's like, surprise, motherfucker, it's a robber baron. Like, damn, really? Did it have to be? Oh, shit! No, we did a Tombstone run. I love you, Tombstone, I love you. You know that I love you, but, it's not to be. Not this time. We're going for War Spear. Now, where are those scrolls of power? There's one here. And the other one was right there. And we'll go to the Promenade of the Condemned. Maybe? Yeah, we'll do Promenade. I like how that sounds for us. Ah, the Kirby's. The curbs. We don't have any blueprints because we suck. And that's fine. It's 100% fine. We don't need blueprints. Who needs blueprints? Atmosphere of the forest giving way to a less wholesome ambiance. Well, isn't that fucking special? Always with the less wholesome ambiances. Okay, that was silly. Eastcoat, you gotta not be silly. You are not a cat. You are not a hacker. You don't get to just be silly. We have to be deadly serious. Serious business. right in the face! Not in the... Why are you gonna hit me in the face like an asshole? Thank you for the croissant! That zombie was French. Clearly. I would like to fight... I think I'd like to fight the concierge. I think he's kind of neat. But also he's got a pretty easy pattern to read. So we need to go to the ramparts. Which I think just, like, we just gotta go over. I don't think there's any special route to get there. Oh, my nose itches. This is the most dangerous time. Honestly, no enemy more dangerous than an itchy nose. Oh fuck! God damn it! I mean, my fault. Totally my fault, but still kind of bullshit. We're already at 2 hours. 2 hours 12 minutes, so like I wonder if we'll actually make it to the dealie? You know what it is. The dealie. The end of the game. Oh, Soup! How you doing? Scale 1 to 10, how dead are these cells? Well, we did have a really good first run where we fucked up both the giant and the hand of the king, so pretty dead, honestly. And we're here for it. But how are you? Is life treating you well? Hyde says it appears that the Intel Iris Xeor, or later RDNA B-based, the AMD integrated Radeon graphics can do stuff like running Apex Legends or Raid Shadow Legends at playable frame rates. Free from my self-imposed tormentous nightmare, Blender render, so pretty good. What were you rendering in the blendering? I've only ever used Blender to try to do some video work, and it, like, did not. Or maybe it would have if I had known what the fudge I was doing, which I did not. But it took like 3 hours to not make a video. I'll DM it to you. It's a thing for the library. Ooh, I would love to see that. All I wanted, well, because there used to be like Windows Movie Maker, right? And it was free with Windows, and I could just take, like, when I had streams that got cut in half because we lost like server connection, I could just plop them both in, and it would take a while to save, but like it would do it. And then they decided to make it like you couldn't save projects on the free version of Windows Movie Maker, and it's like, well, then what the fuck can you do with it? And the answer was basically nothing. So I had been looking for a backup, and somebody had mentioned Blender, and that was not really, I don't think that was the answer. It looked neat though, like the program looks neat. Soup, I'm telling you, like, they want to, and this day is like the nebulous day of capitalism, not specifically Microsoft because they're not the only ones doing this, but like, they want to make sure that every goddamn aspect of what you're doing has got its freaking price tag on it. Oh my fucking god, that bird just tore the shit out of us. I hate that. Oh god, Hive, I'm so sorry. Hive, I threw shade on you, and that you did not deserve that. Hive, you also suggested Da Vinci to me, and I always just like completely forgot it every single time. I feel like the biggest bitch. Oh! Before I forget, I wanted to ask you something, Soup, and I'm glad that you're here, because my brain meats were like all over the place, and I'll forget it if I don't ask right now. When you put up videos to your library on the YouTubes, like, do you have issues with copyright? Like, I get copyright dings all the time, but generally speaking, they're just like, oh, you can't monetize this video, which to me is perfectly fine because I don't want to monetize my videos anyways. It kind of cheeses me off that some jerk is getting money off of them, but I don't necessarily want to be the jerk that's getting money off of them either. So, but there are a couple of songs, like Song 2, that consistently get blocked in Japan by Sony Music Japan. It's a real kind of pain in the butt, because Song 2 is a fairly common song in the LBP community for usage. And I'm wondering if you've ever run into that issue, or if it's something that like I'm raising more flags because I am publishing from Japan. Because the weird thing is that I've seen YouTube videos that, like, YouTube LBP videos that have had Song 2 in them. So, like, it's kind of like, what's going on, I wonder, sometimes? Oh my gosh. Like, I wonder if it's like, because I'm uploading through YouTube Japan. But it's real stinky. Like, it's real stinky. Music copyright in Japan, like copyright in general in Japan, is just a fucking mess. Peter, thank you so much for dropping by tonight. I'm glad at least that you are getting settled in the new place, even if you are feeling quite worn out. It's pretty understandable that you would be. We'll be doing LBP on Thursday as well as Friday this week, so I mean, you're always welcome regardless, but you'll be doubly welcome, I guess? I don't know. Why did I leave you alive, friend? You need to die. I mean, that was the dude who's throwing daggers at me in the game. That was not directed at anybody in chat. That would have been weird. He's getting used to the new place really well. Third day and he's sneezing plenty. That is so cute. I want a pet. Want, like, a snake would be nice. Mostly just a snake. I would definitely go for a snake. Lack of shedding, and they're okay in small spaces. And my apartment is definitely very small, so think. But also, I just kind of love snakes. I mean, I would love a cat. But I would not feel good about... I've got the rat skeleton. That's already like 10 times cooler than a pet rock. I mean, I guess I could cuddle a pet rock, and I can't cuddle a rat skeleton, but like, it's a rock, dude. It's a rock. Even if you put googly eyes and a funny porn star mustache on it, it's still a rock. Is it The Rock, as in Dwayne The Rock Johnson? I am going to guess no. But I don't, like, do you think Dwayne The Rock Johnson would be good to cuddle with? He seems very hard and angular. He's a Republican, so the answer is no. I mean, that's a really good point. I always forget about that. Man, I guess we're going broadsword. It's fine. Broadsword is fine. It's not like... It's no Tombstone. It's no Skizzers. If we could get Skizzers... Well, I hate every word of that sentence, Alice. And I hate the fact that I felt absolutely 0% surprise. Like, there just was no surprise there. I don't know, he was largely after I had any interest in wrestling at all, so he wasn't really somebody that I had a particular fondness for. He was just somebody I knew existed. Was he in the live-action Doom movie? Am I, like, totally misremembering that? Wait, there are multiple live-action Doom movies? In what world is this? What world could possibly produce more movies in that franchise after the first one? Oh my god, the skeleton is just beating the shit out of me. I need you to not do that. At all. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Thank you. The world of DTV. I don't know what DTV is, but it doesn't sound good. Wait, what? How do you... Fine. Fine, I guess. Direct to video. I thought it was like a channel like the Home and Garden Network. We just got the second one's called Doom Annihilation and it's not good from what I hear. Wait a minute. Resident Evil, wasn't the second Resident Evil also Annihilation? Or was that Apocalypse? Is that a naming convention? Do you have to call your second video game movie Annihilation? I heard the first one was like famously terrible. The second Resident Evil was also pretty darn bad. Like, it was not good. It did have the homage to the Muppets movie, so I will grudgingly grant it that much, but otherwise, no. No. Oh yeah, like the whole bit where, Alice goes through the church window, the stained glass window in the motorcycle. Miss Piggy does that in the Muppets movie. I mean, I don't think that it was specifically an homage to the Muppets movie, but like, yeah, that's a thing that happens. I think I was just getting my movie names mixed up. Okay, it's back now. I'm putting it in IMDb, the IMDb trivia page right now. Now I want to like go check and make sure that I'm not like having a manufactured memories moment, but I'm like, that does happen. That scene is in the Muppets movie, right? Miss Piggy comes like tearing ass through a stained glass window. God. The Resident Evil movies just like, they got so fucking trashy so quick. Cleaver? I mean, I do love Cleaver, but it is brutality, and we're not focusing on brutality. If you wanted to test Song 2 thing, you could send me one of your videos that got flagged, and I could try to privately uploading it. That's an interesting option. I might take you up on that. I should do another round of like videos for peoples, because I haven't done one of those in a bit, and I do like sending out like nice notes to folks sometimes. All right, I don't think we're gonna be able to speed run. I cannot fucking talk. I don't think we're gonna be able to speed run through to the end of the game, but we're gonna do as well as we can. Is Rebecca gonna be able to like to do something besides just kind of suck? Because she kind of got screwed in the last one. She was just total damsel, and I hate it. Also, are like Redfield and Leon gonna have their personalities put back, or are they gonna be body swapped again? I don't know why you gotta hate on Rebecca. I mean, not you. I know that you're not hating on Rebecca. I mean, like this douchebag who does Resident Evil and clearly doesn't understand what makes Rebecca a cool or compelling character. Or at least as compelling as anybody else in Resident Evil, which is not a lot, but you know. I like her too, she's spunky. And she's not a douchebag. Like, everybody else in Resident Evil just kind of, like, gets douchey over time. Or gets mind-controlled into being, like, Alex Wesker's whatever. But Rebecca's just like, no, I'm cool, I'm chill. Although, I haven't really kept up with Claire, so... I was just gonna say, I haven't kept up with Claire, so I'm not 100% sure what her character arc is. I think she joins a volunteer organization, but maybe they turn out to be like a front for bioweapons because, you know, of course. She was in, oh, that fucking sucked. She was in, the Revelations games, and I never played those. It'll be interesting to see how Claire takes to Leon in the new movie, given what happened to them at the end of Infinite Darkness. Do you want spoilers for Resident Evil 8? Because if you don't, I won't spoil it. Okay, so I mean, he basically just ends up as a corpse, so I guess he doesn't have a lot of time to become a douchebag? I'm trying to remember if he was douchey in 8. We went through 8 like so quick. He was a bit. Chris, like, the Redfield is just like, what the actual fuck? Like, I know that he's got problems, and I know also that I'm talking about this person as though he's a real person, but, like, I know that he's got problems, but what part of his plan made any fucking sense? There you go. I kind of feel like, wasn't he kind of a jackass to Moreau? And granted, Moreau was actively trying to kill him, but I kind of feel like he was really specifically a douche towards Moreau in, like, a real nasty ableist way, but I might not be remembering correctly. I feel like something like that happened, though. I think, like, mostly my memory of Moreau, though, is, like, I feel like they were just really gross in how they handled him. It feels like it. It does. Like, it feels like something that I did say. Resident Evil 8, like, Ethan Winters is kind of like the Negaverse version of Harry Mason, and I kind of hate it. Anyhow, I want to see if Claire and Leon can maintain friends, or remain friends, given Leon proves how much of a cop he remains, being by the end of Infinite Darkness. I don't remember Infinite Darkness, like, at all, and I may not have seen it. Feel no worries about spoiling it for me. Like, is there a particular thing that Leon does that would make him more persona non grata than, like, Leon being Leon? It was basically a movie cut into 4 bits. Okay, so I definitely didn't see that then. I would have remembered that. Oh my god. Oh my god! Bisco, what the fuck? What the actual? we're trying to do. I'm trying to kind of get acclimated to hard mode. Or well, like I guess harder mode. I mean, it's listed as hard mode, but there's like another 4 levels of difficulty above this. I'm still not like great at normal, but I have beaten the kind of the quote-unquote last boss a couple of times, so it feels like it's time to maybe step up the challenge a little bit and get a little bit stronger. Hive says they find evidence of a U.S. conspiracy to test foreign VOWs in a foreign nation that Claire was volunteering as a relief effort. After the test happened, Leon keeps it from her for something avoided international. Oh, I hate that. I would like to remind chat that I have played none of the Resident Evil games through to completion. I mean, you watched us play all of them, but 5 and well, we haven't played 5, 6, 7, so. Well, no, I mean we have played 6, but we played 6 in the before, and I don't know if you were here when we did that. I'm still thinking of doing Resident Evil 6 as maybe like a 3-part broken long form, like maybe doing the A campaign and then take like a couple week break, do the B, and then like keep on doing that to finishing it. I don't think I would do it as like a full playthrough all in one sitting again, because like that was a fucking lot. Oh shit, side note, by the way, if I ever do get a streamable computer and a capture card, yo, we could play Dead Space 2. And that's like some shit. Still haven't seen all of them through to completion. In fact, I missed the same parts all 4 times. Managed to watch 4 streamers streaming RE Remake 2 and Remake 3. Still haven't seen. How did you manage that? That's kind of fabulous. I remember feeling some kind of ways about I want to say Risk of Rain 3. I'm having a cigarette right now, so that's why we're not jumping right back into a run. I felt some kind of ways about Remake 3. I don't know where I'm at with that. I should look up how they handled Nikolai in the first game, because I kind of feel like either of the choices, not that there's a choice, like it's done in a cutscene, but I don't feel like either of the choices that were there, any of the choices that were there were any good. They all just seemed like they left a bad taste in my mouth. There were parts of Remake 3 though that I did like. Like, I mean, I appreciated mostly the gameplay of 3. It was gorgeous. The whole game like just looked gorgeous. I think changing the Nemesis system the way that they did kind of sucked, but I don't know if they could have integrated it in the way that it was in the OG version, so it's like such is life. That third boss fight, like the dog boss fight, that sucked. I didn't like that any. That was very gimmicky. Yeah. The zombie wave bit with Carlos could be fun. That was kind of tense. The whole game was kind of tense. I do need to give him that. I feel bad that like I've streamed Remake 2 twice, and both the VODs are lost. And like that sucks. Because I feel like those, like the first VOD was gonna be lost because it was in the before, but I feel like it was a fairly decent one. I don't have any bad memories of it, and I think we had a fun time with the second one too, and that was when the computer was busted the last time, so maybe it's cursed. Like maybe I just can't stream Resi 2 remake. The history repeating itself being that Code Veronica was meant to be the next mainline RE game, but it went sideways, so they made the action-oriented guiding game the next mainline RE, and that was RE3, and then RE Remake, 3 Remake, was meant to be DLC for RE2, and they were like, hey, quick, release it as a standalone with multiplayer add-on while we wait for RE8 to be done. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. I wonder, like, I wonder how it would have affected the pacing to have that in with RE2, like in the remakes. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh god, we got two weapons that both have like a weird ass charge on them. Hate everything about that. I suppose I should get better with the whip, in that we will get stuck with it eventually, but I really don't like it. As a story-based DLC expansion for RE2, I think people might have minded less, but as a full release, the excise content stood out more. That's super fair. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Don't like this whip. Does remind me that I need to read the one body horror comic again by the dude who does Sunstone. I really like that. It was very gender affirming. I forget the name of it, but I think I've got it on bookmark. Yeah, like that's definitely a thing. With RE2 being as robust as it was, I do think that, like, RE2 Remake being as robust as it was, that RE3 Remake kinda, it comes off looking a lot worse. And that was an issue with the OG as well. Which makes sense if it was originally intended as a guide-in. I don't want to reforge it. It sucks. And they had to put in that freaking ovipositor scene. And that was a lot. Like, ovipositor and emetophobia. anyways, I best be off. Good night to all. That one note by that Umbrella researcher praising his particular favorite hunter doesn't make up for the overpositive. No, it doesn't. That is an excellent note, but no, it doesn't. Haven't they heard character flaws is a great line? It is. Thank you for reminding me of that, Hive, because that is so good. Hive, sleep well tonight. Pleasant dreams, and I do hope that, like, life is continuing to treat you relatively well. I don't recall particular qualms that you had, so... Just work stuff. God. They shouldn't make us work, honestly. I think that we need to get this whole system swapped up because it's a lot of bullshit. Body pain, but body pain is a given. I don't like that. I mean, I know it is for you, and I know it's just like, it's something that you just gotta deal with, but I would that you hadn't gotta deal with it. It would be nice. It would be nice. Thank you, Hive. Sleep well. We will see you on Thursday, hopefully. I think we're probably gonna be wrapping up at the end of this run, even if we don't make it to the 3-hour point, because I'm starting to feel pretty sleepy myself. So I guess I'm always going on little sleep, but we will push this as hard as it can go. I'm not gonna throw the run just to throw the run. I feel like we could make 12 minutes. It's not impossible. Oh! Schweb, Soup, I just took a look at this, the Blender render that you did. This is gorgeous, yo. And it is completely, absolutely 100% okay to not be normal about Sonic. There was, oh, fudge, I cannot remember the creator's name, but they did, like, I think they started as a LBP Sonic creator and moved into, like, Sonic style gameplay in more original levels. They're really neat levels, but the lag and load just really did some pretty nasty things to them, which is, it's unfortunate because, like, the actual setups that they had done were really quite impressive, and the levels had a really good look to them. God, I wish I could remember that kid's name. I'd have to go through the notes. Like, the name is on right on the tip of my tongue. And I know if I see the name, it'll be like, oh, right, it's that kid. But I've got it's in the notebook somewhere. But I have 6 years worth of notebooks, so I promise if I find it, I will shoot it to you in a DM. Oh god, these are great. Swarm grenades are fantabulous, and I love them. I know I can find it, and I've got a rough idea of when I looked at the levels, so like I should be able to figure out what notebook it's in. So there were a couple of levels, and they were all in like the same, like they all had the same playstyle, and I think they were sharing a storyline, and it was very much like both in gameplay and in kind of theming. It was very Sonic-esque. It was really pretty cool. If I'm remembering correctly, like the only thing I've really had to complain about with them was just that the engine treated them so badly. Because you got like fairly detailed, pretty zippy gameplay, and there were like custom moves on the sack thing to bring it a little bit more in line with that kind of like high-speed Sonic-esque type of play. And yeah, the game engine did not like that. Didn't like that one bit. That's a really good sword, but it's a completely different play style. But it's a really good sword. Nope. I'm gonna stick with the nail. We've done broadsword runs tonight. We had a good time with them, but we're sticking with the nail tonight. Can I jump? I have no ability to jump. This is wonderful. Oh shit. We got 60 corpses without taking any damage. Go us. The Hollow Knight nail is just, it's messy as fuck, and I love it. Ah! that was like the weakest reaction ever. Ah! Oh, we're definitely at like hour 3, just about. The ability to like communicate at all is basically gone, and I love that for us. give me a warp level. I just want to. Okay, good. Ancient sewers, yes. We'll get as deep as we can into the ancient sewers. Which might not be very deep considering it's like you're gonna get excuse me, game. You're giving me the skizzers now? Why would you do this to me? Why would you force me to make that choice? The cruelty, game, the cruelty. Cause I can't not take the skizzers. They are too good. And yes, I will make my bombs into S tier. No, we're not going to the bank. That would be a fucking mistake. God, you know, I should save here. Like, let's be honest, we're not gonna get anywhere into the ancient sewers in the next 3 minutes, or actually 2 minutes. So, yeah, why don't we put the pause here so that when we come back to this next week, I'll have a better idea of where we are and what we're doing, instead of starting in media res like we did tonight. Oh gosh. What's the administrata? I think we've handled it mostly. Thursday's gonna be LBP, and I think we should be able to get some decent work done on the cutscene, and if we can get that cutscene wrapped, then I think we're really close to getting the level finished. Like, get that cutscene done. We just have to do like the last bit of downward gameplay to get to the scoreboard, and then it's all editing passes, like getting music set up the way that we want it, making sure camera angles are looking where they need to be, putting in the secret books. Like, it's a bit annoying, but like it's mostly spot work. So I really want to do like a push on getting this cutscene done. So hopefully we'll get some good progress on Wednesday, on my day off, and then I'll have it to show for y'all on Thursday. Friday will also be LBP3, so gonna be doing like a couple of weeks of double duty on LBP, and thinking of the next long form game for July. I don't know what that's looking like yet, because I don't think I can buy anything new, and all of the stuff that I have is kind of, maybe it would work, maybe it wouldn't, not really sure, but we'll figure it out. But tonight was I had a really good time tonight. Dead Cells is shaping up to be like just a fun game for streaming, and I really appreciate that. I don't know if I would have stuck with it as I have if I had just been playing it for myself, but like, yeah, I've been having a really good time showing it to everybody. But that pretty much does it here for us this go about. I will ask, as I always do, that y'all be taking care of yourselves out in the world, that you are getting the water that you need, that you're getting at least a meal a day, that if you got medications, that you're taking them as close to the your schedule as you can stay on, but importantly that you do remember that you're not alone, that there are folks out there that want you to have your best life, that want you to be safe, that want you to be happy. I'm one of those folks, but I'm only one of those folks. I know that it can be real easy to feel isolated. There's a lot of time that you might not be in contact with people, but we're out we're out there, we're out here, and we're rooting for you. But that pretty much does it for us. That pretty much does it for us here at this Go About. I can talk! So, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.